Hello, ladies. So I know neither of you are here. However, that's okay. I wanted to give you some encouragement today. I know that both of you have a lot going on. All of us have a very busy lifestyle, so we can't always make it to these calls, and that's perfectly fine. But I still wanted to get on here and discuss something that I think is really important as you move through the program to remember. All right. You are doing so wonderful with everything so far in this program. You are all working through resistance. You are working through things that you're not quite used to. You are developing habits that take time to become an actual permanent lifestyle. Okay. So I want to encourage you to continue to be patient with yourself as you're progressing and making these changes to your lifestyle, while at the same time, knowing that in order to progress, you have to be constantly challenging yourself in realistic and practical ways, obviously. But you have to be consistently challenging yourself in whatever area you're focusing on, whether it's you're finding that you may need some improvement in remaining consistent with exercise, or if you're having difficulty remaining consistent with the nutrition portion of the program. Okay. Whatever it is that you're finding any sort of resistance, or you're finding it's a little bit difficult to remain consistent with, every week, I want to encourage you to set small goals for yourself that are attainable to accomplish during the week. Okay. Because I know that we have these wonderful long-term goals in our mind for ourselves, and sometimes life can get in the way of, and it can cause us to lose sight of what that long-term goal is, but it can also prevent us from taking the smaller actions now that are going to help you get to that long-term goal. Okay. And this isn't just, I'm not even just talking about fitness, nutrition. I'm talking about in your career, in your education, everything. So it's always important to make sure that if you're finding that you're falling off track with whatever area you're falling off track from, it is important to take a step back before you allow yourself to completely miss the bus, right? Before you allow yourself to completely forget what you're doing. And it can be easy for us to not only forget what we're doing and why we're doing it, but it can be easy to, again, let life get in the way of these wonderful goals that you have set for yourself. Okay. So if you find yourself falling off track, catch yourself, talk to me. All right. Talk to me and be open. I really encourage you to be open and as vulnerable as you feel comfortable being with me, because let's be real, life gets in the way. We have barriers, we have challenges. There are unexpected things, let alone our busy schedules. There are unexpected things that pop up in our lives that make it a little bit more difficult to stay on track. Okay. So if you're finding that this is consistently happening for you, that you're consistently unable to remain consistent, please let me know. And please know that I am here to help you. I am here to help you, guide yourself through these barriers and find solutions to the challenges that you're encountering. Okay. So wanted to put that out there. Okay. And I also, one other thing that I think is important to talk about in any stage of the program, but I felt compelled to talk about this today. All right. So we've all, maybe you haven't, but many of us have heard that getting into shape, getting into better shape, toning our bodies, losing the weight is 80% nutrition and 20% exercise. And I really want you to understand how important it is to recognize this as a very real truth. All right. So you can be doing awesome with the exercise, getting all 3 workouts in during the week. You can get your bonus workout in during the week. But if the nutrition portion, the 80%, the biggest portion of what's going to affect your results is falling off, if you're not being consistent with that, if you're, going 1 or 2 days out of 7 days of the week following your meal plan, but for the remainder of the week, you're just really not paying attention and you're really not being consistent and mindful of what you're consuming and what is on your plate, that is going to squash your results. And I want to be very real about that because it's very real. And I don't think that we can be told enough until we begin to really grasp how important the nutrition aspect of this program is. So that's pretty much in a nutshell what I wanted to communicate is that 20% exercise, your exercise does not, how do I say this? A lot of the times we think that as long as we're exercising, we can eat whatever we want. Or maybe we don't truly think that, but we rationalize it in our minds because, yes, we feel good that we got the exercise in. You should feel good that you got the exercise in. But if what you're looking for is long-term results, if what you're looking for is to lose inches, lose pounds, to become more fit, to become more active and energized, and just overall more confident in your mind and in your body, the nutrition portion needs to be catered to. It needs to have a lot of attention. And I understand that these habits are new for many, if not most of you. They are very new. And there will be resistance. I understand that. There will be days where you're just like, I really don't want to meal plan, or I don't even want to eat what I've decided to prep for my meals. I completely understand that. I'm like that too. I I might be a coach, I might be, I might specialize in nutrition and all that good stuff, but that doesn't mean I'm perfect. Like I have days where all I want to do is kind of hide under a blanket and watch romantic movies and eat stuffed crust cheese pizza. That actually sounds really good right now. And it's okay to do that from time to time. I'm not saying you can't do that, but it is important to take the nutrition principles that you're being taught in this program and to take them seriously enough that you're going to get results. Okay. I promise you that if you follow this program exactly how it's intended, if you use your fat loss meal planning nutrition guide as a guide throughout this entire program and beyond this program, you are going to not only obtain consistent results, but when you get to where you want to be, it's going to help you sustain those results. So you won't have to ever go back to a diet anymore. You won't ever have to go back to thinking that you need to eat and then burn off all the calories that you eat. Okay, no more crash diets are allowed. Okay. As long as you are implementing the strategies in this program, I can guarantee you that you are going to have long-term success. But again, it all comes down to remaining consistent. And I know that is a pain point for a lot of people. I mean, if remaining consistent wasn't a pain point for a lot of people, I don't think that there would be people in fitness programs or nutrition programs, right? Because accountability and that sort of thing is something that really helps people to develop those sustainable long-term lifestyle habits. So I want you to keep that in mind. I know that all of you are fully capable of implementing these strategies in your lives. If I didn't think that, I wouldn't have created this program that really is meant to be implemented as designed. And you're not going to be perfect. It's not about being perfect. It's about remaining consistent on most days. It is about feeling proud about the fact that you've gotten to the point where you can remain consistent. And that's what it's really all about. Okay. It's all about building confidence in our abilities to do these things because you can do these things. Okay. And one last thing I want to say is that going back to creating small goals for yourself every single week, these goals don't have to be crazy. They don't have to be, you don't have to, and you don't have to have a big weekly goal in order to find results. Okay. So for example, you don't have to, let's say, get 30 grams of protein in every single meal every single day. You don't have to eat the same thing every single day. You don't have to meal prep breakfast, lunch, and dinner for your entire week. These things are extremely overwhelming when you think about how much work could possibly go into creating your meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or making sure that you have a very specific amount of protein or whatever in every single meal. Now, I always encourage you to have between 20 to 30 grams of protein in every single meal. But if you have a meal where you are at like 10 or 15, it's perfectly fine. All right. As long as you are cognizant of what you are being intentional about doing consistently, it is okay if you're not perfect. So maybe a short-term weekly goal could be to get 25 grams of protein in 2 meals out of 3 meals a day, right? Or 1 meal out of 3 meals a day. Maybe a short-term goal could be to increase the amount of vegetables that you're getting in in 2 out of 3 meals a day. Maybe your goal could be to increase your water consumption by 25 ounces this week. Okay. Think about something that is attainable for you. So think about something that is realistic. And it should also be something that when it's achieved, you can envision yourself feeling more capable and confident in your abilities to make changes in your lives. Okay. It's not about setting huge freaking goals every single week. I know that a lot of you are overachievers and we are very ambitious women, but it is important to be realistic about the things that we can achieve in a week, okay? Because again, lifestyle change, if you want it to be permanent, is not going to happen overnight. It's just not. It's going to take work. It's absolutely going to take work. Even a short-term goal of getting 2 more servings of vegetables in your every day during the week, that's going to take work because you got to think about it. You have to think about how you're going to prepare it. You got to think about what you want to eat. You have to think about, the fact that maybe you get different types of cravings that you would, you'd rather have French fries 2 meals out of the day than you would have like, 2 cups of mixed vegetables or something like that, whatever the case is. Okay. It's all going to take work. However, it doesn't have to be stressful. Set these small goals for yourself that are attainable, and you're going to experience success over time. All right. So, as always, be patient with yourself. Reach out to me for support. That is why I'm here. That is why I love what I do. I love encouraging you and helping you realize that everything that you want out of this program and beyond is absolutely possible. Okay. So, that is all I have for you tonight, ladies. I hope you are having a fantastic night. I know, and like I said, I know we're all super busy. And yeah, I hope to see you really soon. I will talk to you soon. And thank you for getting your check-ins completed. So I will speak to you soon and enjoy your week.